Today, Paul's cooking
32-ounce New York steak with double baked potatoes.
Hey YouTubers, it's Ken and Paul again from KBDProductionsTV. Welcome back to another Ken and Paul cooking review. How are you, Paul?
Really good.
What in the hell is that, sir?
We're gonna make you a big ass steak, Ken. It's gonna be 32 ounce.
Right.
We're gonna top it with a blue cheese butter.
Oh my
We're gonna have a
gosh.
double stuffed baked potato, and we're gonna saute some mushrooms, a little bit of garlic, red wine, and fresh thyme.
And that sounds absolutely fantastic. We're not actually gonna eat a 32-ounce steak each. We're gonna teach you guys how to cook a 32-ounce steak. Paul and I are gonna divide it up, and however we're gonna divide it up.
Yeah, because obviously this is a full.
That was a
Striploin
5.6 kilogram, 12 plus pound Striploin.
Yes.
New York Striploin. Paul picked that up today. I'm like, we should do like a big steak review, and that's why he brings.
And I'm like, how much steak do you want?
So he went for the maximum amount. So we're gonna cut that up first, and then we're gonna cook it on the barbecue. You already got potatoes going?
I do.
All right.
So we're gonna do double baked potatoes. So the double baked potatoes will be stuffed with sour cream, green onion, cheddar cheese, lovely bacon, and then it'll be combined inside, put back in the potato skin, and then baked while we're doing the steaks.
Well, let's get started.
Okay.
Okay, Paul, show us how to cut a steak properly.
So this has already been trimmed. So we've got a strip loin. So usually I eyeball steaks. So in around there, I'd be about a 6 ounce. Okay.
Okay.
About that size from the end would be about 8. A little bit larger, so I'd go 8. There's about a pound. And there's our 32 ounce right there.
Oh my gosh.
And I meant to bring a scale for you guys, and I didn't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this like that. I'm gonna push this down. I'm gonna force it because this is what we're gonna be cooking on the barbecue.
You're gonna cook it that way? You're gonna flip it multiple times?
We're gonna have to flip it multiple times because we want it to.
That's a roast.
Pretty much. And then the rest I'm just gonna cut up, and I'm gonna be I'll be doing some steak dinners for the family.
I
later
think
on.
you will be.
So let me just wash my hands.
Wow.
No, I'm just showing you. And if people are finicky on fat, what you can usually do is, depending on the fat cap in here, you can trim it down ahead of time, or you can do it as you're doing your steak. So here what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna line up some nice, like,
You're just getting things ready for
8 to 10 ounce
tomorrow.
steaks in here. So what I'm gonna do is,
Rest of the week.
because I'm gonna have these set up ahead of time. Look at those beautiful, beautiful
Unbelievable.
steaks.
Paul lucked out huge. He went to Costco.
It's on special.
And it was on special. This whole thing was $89 even. Okay, Paul got these from the barbecue. And they're extremely hot.
These are really hot.
How long did you cook those for?
It's been about 45 minutes, I think.
And it's skin on type taters.
Skin on type taters. And we're gonna do some double bakers.
Double bakers.
Oh, that's nice and hot.
So what are you doing? What are you doing?
So I'm gonna trim the top.
Okay.
This because we want some cut them in half and restuff, but we're gonna. I want to do like this.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoop. Oh, it's hot. Oh, you know when it's hot? When it's doing this. So I'm gonna take the.
You're taking everything out of the tater.
I'm taking it all out.
And you're leaving the
I'm gonna
skin.
leave the skin.
Got it.
And I'm gonna do this one, and yes, my hand is burning.
Yes, it just came off the.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
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 Let me just. Oh, we're good. We're good. Let's just get rid of this foil.
We can fix that.
I'm gonna fix it.
We got a little glue.
Just gonna mash this up a bit. Gonna put a sour cream.
A dollop of salt. One huge dollop of sour cream.
Giant.
For 2 taters.
A lot of onion. I want a lot of onion.
That's green onion.
That's green onion. Some cheddar cheese. Ken's favorite.
Back on.
Back on. Let's just. Oh yeah, that's good. Should do this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
This is not diet food. Whatever
This
you're
is gonna
thinking.
make Ken crazy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So we're gonna put a bit of salt and pepper in there. Some fresh ground peppercorn.
Himalayan
pink salt.
Wow. I can taste that already somehow.
I'm just gonna make my mixture so it's all blended nicely.
Okay.
Oh, it smells good. good. Wait a minute. Now I'm gonna restuff these bad boys.
How are you gonna fit it all back in there, Paul?
Oh, you're gonna see, Kenny boy. Ken, I'm just gonna tell you this. You're gonna go to bed tonight with a smile on your face. Look at that.
Keep it on, people. That's a meal right there, buddy.
What we want to do is we're gonna do this just a little bit, so when she melts on the barbecue, we just want
Decoration.
that cheese just to sink on there and melt in that thing, like that. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna have this. I've got some blue cheese because we're gonna go outside. This will be going on the barbecue once this is getting close to being done. We've got mushrooms, and I'm gonna put truffle oil, and so I've got some fresh thyme.
Show us.
You want to smell?
I smelt it.
Did you?
So show them how you're doing.
So if you're pulling the opposite way,
all the leaves
nice
come off.
leaves just come off nicely there.
Okay.
So I don't want too much. So I'm gonna put that in.
The
Just the
butter.
leaves with our butter. With our butter. Just gonna put that in there. I'm gonna crumble some blue cheese in that. We're gonna mix it
your
with a
favorite.
fork. I love blue cheese. Like I could wear blue cheese,
As like clothing.
eat blue cheese, everything blue cheese.
Don't put it all in. Maybe
Well,
have
wait.
like a little dab
This
left.
little piece here. Oh. Did I just do that?
I'm gonna take this piece right here.
This is gonna go back in the fridge, and what we want to have to do when that's beautiful looking, you can pan back onto that steak there.
Oh my.
When that comes out, we're gonna let this butter mixture with fresh thyme and blue cheese. You want the steak to rest once it's off the barbecue for a few minutes, at least 5 minutes, and that's gonna let the muscle tissue break down and become softer. And this is gonna melt the butter on top. So I'm just gonna throw that in the fridge.
Oh boy. Let's see the final.
Just the heat of the steak's gonna bring that out. But because it's so big and we're not gonna eat the whole, we're gonna slice it up. We're gonna put the
Yeah, it's too much
and
for
we're
one
gonna let it
person.
melt on. We're gonna have the potato, and then we're doing our, and I can do this right now too. Is so far I've got a little fresh thyme in here. I was gonna pour some wine in there too, but we'll wait for after. White truffle oil.
That stuff smells divine.
We're gonna be a little generous with this.
You're
bad
bringing
boy.
that out to the barbecue as well?
We're gonna do that on the barbecue. So all this is gonna be going out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the steak going. Potatoes will be going on the upper shelf in the barbecue. This will be going on the side burner, and then we're gonna just let it all cook, and we're gonna try and time it perfectly so it comes out all together, and we're gonna plate it. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat.
All right, Paul, what's next, buddy?
Next, we're gonna get this massive steak
Ooh.
on the grill. Look at that thing. It is a vision of loveliness.
What do you think would be the time?
So I'm gonna put this
Of
up.
that.
I want to sear. Oh boy.
Approximately? Just to give
time
people
it.
an idea. Give me an idea.
Oh boy,
Go ahead.
I'd say it's at least a 25 to 30 minute steak. Like you want it medium rare?
Let's go medium rare.
She's a thick bad boy. These are already hot, so this is gonna go in.
We just
in
want to go
last.
extreme for
Plus,
you
we want to be able
guys.
to drink some wine and get the mushrooms. I'm gonna try and time this perfectly.
Oh, so you're gonna sear it,
Yeah.
which locks in the flavor. Oh my gosh.
That is one big steak. So what we want to do is we're gonna put this down because we want to keep that heat in the barbecue.
Yeah. Now
So
we wait.
now we wait. We drink.
How long before you like when you're searing it? You're gonna.
So it's
flip
funny
it
because
every
people
so
are always
many-
like, "I'm great at barbecues," and then they're like, they're opening it up and they're touch. I go, "What are you doing to your steak? Leave it alone." My personal preference is to give it the quarter turn, then flip, then the other turn, then it's off.
Wow. Just for I turn my steak probably 30 times, which is I know it's the wrong thing, but I'm so inexperienced at cooking steak.
So steak on, one turn, flip, one turn, off. Because that's how you get the perfect grill marks.
For sure.
And that's a steakhouse.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Okay, Paul. How long has it been approximately?
I think we've been about 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
What I just want to do is I just want to check because I know that there's a lot of fat on there and it starts to burn. So if you feel getting too much flare up, what you can do is turn it to another part of the barbecue. And what we're going to do is because when we talked about doing the turn, flip, and then turn, but because it's so thick, we're going to be doing the sides as well. So we're doing marking this side with a crisscross, this side with a crisscross. So we're basically
Okay.
doing like I guess a cube, like 4 sides. So I just moved that out of this pod that's flaming up.
4 or 5 minutes per turn.
Yeah, would bring us to about 20 minutes.
Okay.
So I close that back down because we want to keep that heat in there. Because if you, I'll open up just for you. But if you can see how the charring on top because of the heat circulating within.
Right. Yeah, it looks like
That's
you're
what we
cooking.
want.
Yeah, totally cooking on top.
And what we can do is I'm going to fire up these mushrooms.
Yeah, because you can just kind of keep them on low, right?
I just want to get that going because I want it on a high heat. We're going to let it touch. A lot of moisture mushrooms, you'll see it break down. So I want to get a bit of a char on the bottom of the mushroom. You'll see the moisture come out. It'll take a while. So it's got everything we need in there. Just the salt and pepper we're going to add last.
For some reason, there's a few less on there than when you started.
I think Ken's eaten a few.
Oh, I love mushrooms.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Do it. Oh,
Can you smell that, Ken?
I can smell something.
Let's just take a look at this. So we're at about
610
so
degrees.
we're just gonna lift this up. Oh, look at that beautifulness. So now we got some char happening here. I'm gonna flip it over to this side now. Because we want to keep the
I'd
heat.
panic if it was burning like that.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
on fire like that, not burning.
The char is beautiful.
Okay, I have to embrace the char.
This right now is blue on the inside. This is a big piece of meat.
Right.
32 ounce. So there's no worries. So within another 5 minutes, we're gonna put these two bad boys in the upper rack.
Okay.
We've got the mushrooms going. Once this is close to being done, I might pour a little bit of my coveted wine in there, which means I'll have less to drink, but it'll be in the mushrooms, so we'll still taste it good.
You'll still get it.
We're still gonna get it. We're still gonna get the wine. A little bit of it. Oh, look at that, Kenny.
Oh boy.
Let's bring it over to this side now. That is beautifulness. I'm just gonna turn that down just a touch. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have some flames on the side, so we're gonna bring it over.
Get it away.
See the crisscross on there?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna bring it onto its side.
Those
Tell me you don't want to eat one of those.
I do want to eat one of those.
I know you do, Ken.
I definitely don't want to eat it with a 32-ounce steak. I'm glad we're splitting it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna try and eat half.
So I'm gonna flip this now onto its side. I'm gonna bring it over. Wow. That's so sexy. So I'm gonna bring the heat down just a touch now while it's on its side.
Oh, I can smell that now. Oh, see the smoke in the air? Oh,
breathe
see
it.
that smoke, people. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put you up in the smoke. There you go. Smell that barbecued steak.
And for all those viewers that are picky, yes, we're drinking wine from water glasses.
That's how us Canadians do it. A cup of wine. Oh. Nice. Let's get the funnel.
I want to drink it all. I need some for my mushrooms. See how
well
that's
it's done.
really mushy?
Yes.
So right in the insides there, we're still blue, where we're getting some char on the outside. So we talk about steak being more well done in the palm, and as you get out to where it's more tender, being more rare. Well done?
Rare.
Rare. Well done?
Rare.
So what I want to do with the mushrooms is all the moisture from the mushrooms is coming out. I want to boil that all out.
Oh, okay.
So I want to be left with the oil. Okay, at that point when I'm left with the oil, I'm going to add my wine, salt and pepper, and she'll be ready to go.
If we have any wine
This
left.
thing, I'm going to have to refrain. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is melting nicely. It was already very hot.
Yeah.
So basically we just want to melt it and keep it really hot. So when this comes off, we're going to let it rest. We're going to slice it up. We're going to put our blue cheese butter on top. And we're going to plate it with the mushrooms. And it's going to be a...
Oh my.
Did I say pièce de résistance or did I say...
I just talked Paul because I'm like, can we like tip this and get some like flame action happening because there's an open flame back here? He's like, no, because it's mostly water because of the mushrooms. And he's like, do you want me to get some cognac? And I'm like, yeah.
Does Ken want some cognac in his mushrooms? Of course he does.
Ooh.
So what we want to do, Kenny,
We got to get the water away first, right?
Yeah, we need to get the moisture out of this so that we're just left with the truffle oil. And then you'll see once it's out, with the bubbling will be gone. And we're going to add a little bit of cognac, and I'll show you how to do a proper flambe. You hear the angels singing?
Okay.
Let's give this a turn. Oh yeah, that's look at right in there. We're getting there, Kenny. We're getting there.
Oh.
Oh, that looks so good. We're gonna put a bit of salt and pepper on there.
Himalayan salt.
Yeah, Himalayan. And some pepper. Did you say pepper?
I said pepper.
What do you think, Kenny?
Looks amazing, dude. But I think it's missing like a flame.
It is. So right now, I'm gonna get it a light, so you can see the moisture. If I tilt the pan, see the moisture is pretty much gone. So we just have.
Gone.
No, it's pretty much gone now.
Okay.
So what happens?
And it's browning.
Once
huge.
the moisture is out now, what's gonna happen is because when there's moisture, you're basically boiling the mushrooms.
Okay.
So you're gonna boil the moisture out of the mushroom, and once it's just in the oil now, so we got truffle oil, fresh garlic, a little bit of thyme, salt and pepper in there, and now you can see it's boiling.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, it's browning, and that means the moisture is gone. This is the effect we want right now, because if you take it off too early, you're going to have the liquid, the mushrooms hold a lot of moisture. So what we want to do now is, and while the pan is nice and hot,
about an ounce.
Can I take a swig of that too? Oh, there's a flambe. So for a proper flambe, whether you're doing a dessert or whatever, the pan's got to be hot. You're going to have butter or oil in there. Okay, you can see, and what's going to happen is going to burn the alcohol off of the. That's what's igniting right now. But you're going to have the flavor of the cognac in there. Oh. So once you ignite a pan, you know it's hot, it's sizzling, and you know that the moisture is out. Get where the flame is. Tilt the pan. What's that? 30 degrees. And once it hits that, it's going to ignite. And you can set it down and let it do its thing. And if you're lucky, we'll show you with a dessert. That's good to go. Sweet. Let's see how this is going. Oh my gosh.
When's the last time you cooked a steak that big?
Look at this thing. I don't think I've ever cooked a steak that big.
I'm glad that's the first time for you too.
It is beautiful. It's a vision of loveliness right now. Oh so I'm going to give that about 2 more minutes. We're going to pull it all off. This I just want to brown slightly more. I just want to get a...
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. That looks amazing.
That smells unbelievable. Look at the steam coming up too.
I know.
The mushrooms, the aroma, I'm smelling the truffle. I can actually smell the truffle and garlic. I can actually even smell the cognac from that flambe. Like there's an aroma in the air that's unbelievable. And then we're opening this up and I'm catching the steak. These potatoes are like perfection right now. So what's happened now is the cheddar's melted on. We've got a slight crispiness happening around the edges of the potatoes.
I can see that.
Slightly the oils from the sour cream and the butter that we put in has dripped around the sides. And this is hot. Ooh. And the steak is looking unbelievable.
Can't wait to cut into that sucker.
I'm going to turn this off right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this all in. I'm going to bring the steak in. I'm going to slice this up. It's going to sit. It's going to take about 5 minutes to plate this. I'm going to get this. And what we've done here now is that what we've talked about how is the moisture from the mushrooms have come out. And now we're getting a slight char on all the mushrooms. You can smell the cognac and the garlic. It's all come together beautifully. We're going to turn this off. We're going to bring this all in. We're going to put the blue cheese butter on top of the steak. We're going to let it sit for a few seconds. And then we're going to eat this because I can't wait a minute longer.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, look at this beautifulness.
Oh my god.
Really it like that. Unbelievable. So you got this giant monstrosity of a steak. So what I'm thinking, to make it easy, we're going to cut it like this. Look at this. Watch that. We've got a perfect medium rare.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to cut this, because we want the char too. Can you do that much of a steak?
I'm going to try.
Are you? That much?
Yeah.
So I'm going to lay this like this, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our blue cheese butter, which we've been having in the fridge, and I'll lay this on top because I want the heat of the steak to start to melt that.
That's the secret. The heat of the steak is going to melt this into a fine goo.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the mushrooms, sorry. I'm going to lay this right like this. I'll do mine as well. We're not done yet. We want some beautifulness here.
Oh, nice! Super presentation.
We're gonna give this like a nice fine dining look.
Wow.
Can you do that?
I can do that.
Nice.
Okay, we're ready to eat. Oh my gosh, Paul, the smell, the aroma. Check that out, people. Holy smokes. Don't you wish you had a friend like I have a friend? He's all mine. That's got to be at least 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of food. Even though we cut it in half, I'm gonna actually try to attempt the 1 pound part. Paul only took 1/4 of 1 pound because
I've been nibbling.
He's been nibbling and he doesn't want to.
Drinking.
Oh boy, let's do this. I'm gonna go for the mushrooms first. Okay, let's do the mushrooms first. Wow. I honestly thought that cognac on the mushrooms would possibly give it that alcohol taste,
no,
but it didn't.
When you're flambeing, the actual alcohol is burning off. When you see the flame coming out, that's the alcohol burning off. So
right.
You're getting the actual flavor, but the alcohol part is burnt off.
Got it. Cheers, by the way. I forgot to cheers before we started.
Oh. For all those ones that
People told us you gotta look at each other when you're cheersing. Oh my gosh, let's do. Oh my! I'm gonna cut off this huge chunk off the side here. So the smells I'm getting are the truffle, the blue cheese, the butter. Oh my! Look at that, people. Here we go, Paul. I love my job.
Just for the viewers, I've got a mix of the butter and the blue cheese on there. Nice medium rare. Scratch, sniff. I know some of you don't like it, but
who cares?
oh my god. Unbelievable. I love the char because you get the different texture. No, because you want to slightly burn the outside of steak, but you want nice, tender and juicy on the inside. You see how the butter and the cheese is melted on top. The potato is like perfectly done.
Let's do the potato.
The cheese melting there too, nice and hot.
I'm afraid.
Don't be afraid.
The steam is just pouring off that. Oh my gosh. Whoa. I'm glad I did not
It's hot.
put that
Oh,
into my stomach and burn myself to death. Double baked potato by Paul Merriman. Okay, Paul and I are gonna finish these off and we'll be right back. Hang on. Wow, Paul, dude. Brofish.
exploding bones.
That is absolutely. I had to top out, people. Paul says I left about
2 to 3 ounces. Yeah, 2.5 to 3 ounces.
2.5 to 3 ounces. So if I eat any more, the meal will be spoiled.
Ken may explode.
I couldn't imagine actually eating a 32-ounce steak.
I couldn't either.
And I think Fierce Pete did a 5-pound steak in Vegas and did it in, I don't know, 15 minutes or something dumb. But Fierce Pete is a god. Paul, once again, you have absolutely way outdone yourself. This is probably like the best steak I've ever had in my whole life. So I don't care if you licked your finger. Give me 5. Wow, that is fantastic.
That was just unbelievable.
Guys, I really hope you guys are learning stuff from Paul and I, or at least from Paul, not from me, from Paul's cooking techniques and trying these things yourself. When you did flip it on the side, did you do the hashtag?
Yeah, I did it both.
Both sides.
Both sides hashtag.
Just to give you a heads up, this is in case we didn't film that part.
So we're talking 4 sides. First side, hashtag. Second side, hashtag. Next side, hashtag. Then flipped it and then finished it with a hashtag
Right.
and off the grill and let it rest. And we sliced it up with the blue cheese butter on, melted on there beautifully.
The smell of the blue cheese right now, still. Oh, off
the
that plate.
aroma.
Don't wash
The,
that plate, man. We should
no.
sell that plate.
And just the aroma, the fresh thyme with the mushroom, the cognac, the garlic,
Truffle.
The truffle oil was a huge, because that gives you the truffle oil is hard to explain. When you smell fresh truffle oil, you're getting the smell of you almost feel like you're in a forest and it's like a concentrated mushroom with like it's just
Intoxicating.
It is intoxicating. We were talking about it before because I asked Ken. I said, smell the truffle oil, close your eyes, and just sort of envision where you are right now. You can be standing in the middle of a forest and I started describing the flavors. His eyes closed. He's just like.
All right, guys, if you love these videos and you want them to continue, please hit the subscribe button so you do not miss one episode whatsoever. But if you like this specific episode, guys, give it a thumbs up. Ding, 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 ding. And we'll see you next time on another Ken and Paul.
I want to give an extra ding. Right there in 3D.
Extra
ding,
ding.
ding, 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 ding. Because everyone knows I love the ding dings.
He loves
I
the
just
ding
can't
ding.
wait for the ding dings. I get
We
very
should make
excited.
ding dings on a
Very
episode.
impressionable.
Anyway, guys, if you love this video, give it a thumbs up. On another Ken and Paul cook and review. Ken and Paul out. Boop. Who's a thumbs up? Paul was waiting.
Oh, wait, wrong part of the video.
Oh, Paul, you rock.
It's been a long day.
But if you like this specific... Blah, blah, blah. But if you like this specific episode, I'm gonna say it again. Today, Paul's cooking.
32 30.
Wow.
Wow, that was bad.
That was so bad. Okay.